What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me on D's Analysis. We're going to be looking at SMCI today, doing a run through of the indicators and technical analysis. So we've been riding up this trend line. We broke underneath it. We got a retest. Looks like we were bouncing off of it. And then today we got an absolute nice move as the entire market rallied based off of Trump's pause on the tariffs for 90 days. The entire market loved that. In about a 2-hour span, the entire market absolutely started ripping. And we ended the day very nice. We ended up opening at 32, and we pushed up to 36.6, 14% gain on the day. And the past 3 trading days, we have gained from open to close 31%. And then from wick to wick, it's 35.2%. But we're looking very good now. This was starting to look a little, shaky as we got that pushed down. But we did close back within this trend line, which is a nice sign. Definitely something you want to see. On the weekly, we still need to close. We got the close on the daily, but we need to close here on the weekly and then start trading within this range. We want to see price start to push up above this horizontal level of support and start bouncing until we finally get that retest of this trend line once we break out. And then our next level of resistance would be here, that next trend line. Now, we aren't completely out of the woods yet because we do have CPI tomorrow morning, which could be an issue. But if it comes out good, maybe we can get that move that I'm talking about. But if it comes out bad and we get some kind of red candle to erase this move here, then we can see a close underneath here, retest this horizontal level of support and resistance and this trend line and push price even further. If that were to happen, we'd be looking at 26 to 25.60. If we fall underneath that, we can break all the way down to 17. Now, if we were to break up, our next levels would be somewhere around here at about this region here. And if we crack above that, then I think we can see 62 to 63 bucks. Very quick. But we just have to break this downward sloping trend line. And like I said, we can break through here, then we have to break through this trend line, and we can rally insanely quick on SMCI. Overall though, still remains very bullish in nature. Had this major drawdown of 86%, and things are starting to look like this could have been the bottom, so hopefully it is, and we start moving up from here. On the SMAs, we've fallen underneath all 3, and then today we closed right on, well, slightly underneath the 20-day moving average. So we want to reclaim the 20 and the 50 and eventually get above this 200. If we can get above all 3 of these, that's going to be a nice strong move to the upside. On the weekly, we did get a bounce off of the 200 week, which is a strong level. And if you look here in the past, you can see how price reacts on the 200. So when you get a bounce above it, it can rally significantly. And when you break underneath it, you can drop significantly. So when we break underneath it, we get pretty large drops, 30%, 60%, and so on. We get some pretty significant drops. So, and to the upside, when you break it, you get some large moves to the upside and this insane move up here. So we're getting a bounce. Hopefully it's sustainable and price can continue pushing up. On the Bollinger Bands, we got to move off of the green daily band, the bottom band. We spent a little bit of time outside and we shot back to the blue band. So let's see if we can open slightly underneath and close above it tomorrow and then get that bounce to push up to the red band. On the weekly, we're kind of in the same position. So not much else to say for that. On the daily RSI, we're looking very good. We got a push down. We broke out of this downward sloping trend line on RSI, showing an increase in strength. Broke out, almost got a retest and pushed up, and now we're above this yellow moving average, showing that there's an increase in strength for a sustainable price. And on this side, we broke underneath this moving average, but now we just broke above it on the weekly, which is a great sign to show sustainable strength and get a nice rally. So hopefully we can get a move that looks something like this, where we just broke above it, or well, we're just breaking above it. So maybe we break over it, retest, and then we get that nice move to the upside. As you can see, it's happened multiple times before, and sometimes we run straight through the moving average, straight to overbought territory. So we'll see how it plays out. We're still here at the midline, so we're not oversold or overbought or anything like that. We're kind of just somewhere in the middle, closer to the oversold territory. On the MACD, we're looking good. We have the decrease in volume, the decrease in bearish volume, and we have the blue line curling back up to the orange line. See if we can overtake that and push to the upside. And here on the weekly, we kind of have the same thing. We've been establishing higher highs, higher lows. We did get a push down to the moving average, but we haven't touched it. And let's see if we can continue pushing up. Now, we did see a decrease in volume here, but let's see if that can start ramping back up and we can start seeing some larger green candles forming to the upside, showing volume and strength and sustainable pricing. That's all I have for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.